One Friday night last year at a bar with friends, I took a look at the menu and found myself face to face, once again, with the curious modern day ubiquity of the Asian salad. The Asian Emperor salad, with its 31 ingredients representing the tastes, textures, and flavors of Asia, stirred something other than hunger in me. I tried to identify exactly what that was. I made a half-hearted joke to my husband about just which Asian emperor this salad was honoring. And I wondered, who cooked up this thing? I was reasonably sure it wasn't anyone Asian. But I did some investigating to find out for you guys. In many American restaurants, the Asian salad is right up there, next to the Greek salad and the Caesar salad. And you might think that this is progress, cultural inclusion on a menu. And yet the Asian salad is often the one that comes with the winky, jokey name. Oriental Chop Chop, Mr. Mao's Secret Asian Man. This is my favorite. Guys, you've seen these. Asian Emperor, China Island, Chicken Asian Chop Chop, Chinesey chicken. In the weird cultural geography of the casual restaurant menu, half-century-old jokes about Asians and long-discarded terminology reside cheerfully next to chicken tenders and nacho plates. The persistence of these names, let's call them ridiculous, questionable, on the American restaurant menu emphasizes the fact that non-Asian Americans have been making up their own version of Asianness for a long time now. While the Greek salad has some integrity, and by this I mean that in Greece you will actually see a salad that looks something like that. The Caesar is attributed to the 1920s restaurateur Caesar Cardini. The Asian salad stands apart as a strange kind of fiction. As early as 1906, top New York restaurants were serving something called Oriental salad for 80 cents a pop, but it wasn't clear what distinguished it. As the New York Times food critic observed, you could save on the salad. Oriental, Russian, and mixed salads are nearly all the same thing. Recipes for Chinese chicken salad started appearing in American newspapers in the 30s, but their components ranged far and wide, from mayonnaise and gelatin to pineapple chunks and celery, and in one case, French dressing. At the time, it seemed that Chinese was merely a synonym for new or different. Already the tie to Chinese cuisine was pretty weak, since uncooked vegetables weren't traditionally eaten in China. Cold chicken dishes were more common, with the vegetables blanched or stir-fried. In 1960s America, dressings using actual ingredients from Chinese cooking, sesame oil, soy sauce, ginger, entered the rotation. It got popular. Pretty soon there were competing claims of origin. By the 80s, Asian fusion was the name applied to what high-minded chefs like Wolfgang Puck, Roy Yamaguchi, and Jean-Georges were doing with this marriage of traditional Asian and French ingredients and technique. Puck's restaurant Chinoise on Main in Santa Monica was credited with pioneering fusion cuisine in the US. One of his most famous and popular dishes is, wait for it, the Chinoise chicken salad. My French is very, very minimal. It features a sesame soy, mustard vinaigrette, Napa cabbage, romaine lettuce, and shredded roast chicken. Wolfgang Puck has said this about his cooking. It's not as simple as adding ginger and soy sauce and voila, Asian fusion. But that's in fact what happened. When the Asian salad fad exploded, something that was cooked up by non-Asians became Asian in the popular imagination. In the attempt to be friendlier to the masses, the dish became further diluted. A single Cheesecake Factory, Rainforest Cafe, or Applebee's could sell 500 salads a week. Each chain punched up the names that seemed catchy and exotic, foreign yet familiar. The questionable names are remnants, yes, but they have a new resonance today. So what's my problem with Asian salad? It's not the salad itself, though it's not my favorite. In many ways, it's the words which I think matter. The broad generic terminology used to reference an entire continent is at the heart of it. Applebee's menu features an Oriental chicken salad with the following description: fresh Asian greens tossed in a tasty Oriental vinaigrette. The Asian greens and Oriental vinaigrette are so laughably vague as to have no meaning at all. When I called up Applebee's for more specifics on what made the Asian greens Asian and its Oriental vinaigrette Oriental, a spokesperson told me that the company was unable to provide a thorough response. No kidding! In the case of the salad, the use of Oriental and Asian is rooted in these wide-ranging, all-look-same stereotypical perceptions of Asian culture that white people don't really perceive as being racist. It creates a kind of blind spot. And strangely enough, what I've come to understand is that the salad names are one place through which this blind spot is revealed. In the ecosystem of the American restaurant menu, the dish checks a box for geographic and flavor diversity outside what company marketers understand to be the norm for their customers. To a white audience, it actually reads as diverse. To actual Asian Americans, it reads as ridiculous. The blindness to this reality, I emphasize, is not restricted to the Asian salad. See Applebee's Fiesta Lime Chicken, served with Mexi Ranch dressing. So, words matter. When I see an Oriental chop chop or a secret Asian man, I feel weary. As for the dish itself, whether it's Asian, Chinese, or Oriental, it's acquired a life of its own, apart from actual Asians. I get to be the one to tell you to look under your seat and open that thing that says, "Do not open until you're told." That paper bag. That paper bag has Chinese chicken salad in it. But, this version is made by Wise Sons and served at their locations in the Mission and downtown. Evan Bloom and Leo Beckerman are two guys from Southern California who grew up eating Chinese chicken salad just about everywhere. Evan's early exposure to it, Wolfgang Puck. The salad has become a nostalgia trip. Evan says that the recipe came from nowhere in particular. Sesame oil, soy sauce, mayo, sugar, sesame seeds. Napa cabbage, red cabbage, frisee, red onions, shredded carrots, thin sliced celery, chopped sushi, ginger, orange segments, fried wonton skins, a little cilantro. It's a riff on an idea. What Evan himself tells me is that sweet Asian-y flavor that is a familiar taste to a lot of people. From Benihana or a Chinese restaurant. It's been around for 30 years. In other words, it's his own thing. Just please don't call it Mr. Mao's. Thank you.